Good evening, everybody. This is Stephen Ramsden. I'm the director of the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. We're here in a sweltering heat of the Georgia summer evening. It's cooled down to about 82 now, 100% humidity, and I'm looking at a beautiful sunset sky. It's pretty light blue still. I see Jupiter bright and shiny right above me. I see the crescent moon, maybe 3 days old, 2 days old, setting over in the west, and the moons of Jupiter have already begun their transit. So we're going to start out with, um, I'm using my 6-inch Skywatcher USA Esprit triplet, of course, because it's awesome, on my AP 1200 mount. And we're going to shoot with a point grey Grasshopper, really fast frame rate color camera, 60 frames a second, Grasshopper Firewire camera using Astro IIDC software. So without any more BS or talking about myself, thanks for joining in, and remember to support the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. We're bringing science back to the States, to the world. We're going to make America smart again. Join us, solarastronomy.org. So here's the screenshot. And I'll be zooming back in later. Let's see. There it is. Let's get the moons in here. Okay, so I'm gonna get my 4x power mate out in a minute. I just want to just see it. It's still basically daylight here, so it's tough to get a good image, but there we go. Let me flip this horizontally. Okay, so there's a moon. There's already a moon over the surface, and there's a moon. And of course, some idiot is pulling up now in the driveway with their headlights shining right at me. So everybody hang tight. Oh, it's my friend Kevin Snedden. He's not an idiot. Okay. Sorry about that, Kevin. I was just complaining about somebody pulling up with their lights on. Howdy. No, that's all right. I didn't.
Trying to rush everything along.
Hey, good, man. What's your name?
Saturn.
That's what you're popping up. The world.
Introduce yourself and then introduce all of us.
Yeah. Start talking.
I think we're on camera. The camera's about here.
Cameras. So
Oh yeah.
you can narrate while
Hello, this is Ben and Space Catherine and our dad Kevin, and we're friends with Stephen Ramsden, and I have no idea what I'm doing narrating this. Whatever this is called.
We're going to look
You should do this.
I want everybody to talk.
at Ohio.
Alright.
So right now we've got Europa and Iowa right there. Iowa's already over the screen, so I'm going to zoom in and just a bit.
So a couple of moons are transiting Jupiter.
Ganymede is over here.
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, there's Callisto, the little dim pixel.
Io is just crossing the edge of Jupiter. We're going to get in there in a minute and see it closer.
What's that?
Ganymede.
Ganymede, okay.
Here's the position of all the moons on the internet. Okay. So
There you go.
now I'm going to throw the super duper power mate on there.
The super duper power made.
Yeah. The technical term would be the power mate.
I've got one of those. That's the only TeleView thing I own.
I don't know what that is.
It's a magnifier.
Okay, a magnifier, that makes sense. Jupiter's all freaking out.
Tell us a little bit about Jupiter, man.
It's a planet. It doesn't have a surface. It might have diamonds at the core.
What's it made of?
Lots of gas.
What kind of gas?
I guess hydrogen.
How many Earths is it equal?
It. Oh, you want me to tell people on there 318?
Yeah, 318 Earths
I
equal the
can't.
mass of Jupiter.
I can't really imagine that scale.
Pretty big, isn't it? Pretty heavy.
That's heavy, Doc.
Considering it's made out of gas.
Wait, can I see that? Yet it's only 2.53 G at the quote-unquote surface.
Right.
So it's not very dense. All right, it's gas. That makes
Two and a
sense.
half- 2.5 times as much, right?
Yeah. He's freaking out there.
Oh yeah, there's Io.
Sorry.
Can't hurt nothing, man. This is all your stuff. You do what you want. There's Europa.
Yeah, I see that little white dot where Io is, like, left of that top dark band of Jupiter.
Still got a pretty light sky, man. So it's kind of we're fighting with sunlight. So it's darker. Jupiter will be higher contrast. You see it better.
Yeah, summer nights don't really make for very dark skies early.
Ben, stop stepping away. Trying to get a picture of all you guys looking at the screen.
Okay, group photo.
Oh, look at me. Look at the screen.
You guys can suck. Why don't you go over there and take it from them? Oh, I guess you
I will. No, he's talking to me.
Where do we go? Just look like we're understanding stuff.
Yes. Look intently.
Yeah, it's not real until it's on Facebook. You know that.
And
He's signing duck lips, of course, Ned.
This is pretty cool.
Okay, don't try to make the computer
Anybody
catch
else?
fire
Can you tell when people log
kinetically.
in?
Don't.
Jupiter just goes boom from staring.
Yeah, I think this is nice.
Yeah, okay, I'm still mic'd. I don't really.
What was the headline?
Good job. Thanks, Catherine. Okay, so here we are, Stephen Ramsden, coming to you live from Atlanta, director of the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. Our good, the Snedden family is over here helping me run the show. We are looking at Jupiter, largest planet in our solar system, made of hydrogen, possibly diamond core, metallic hydrogen for sure. Europa is off the left of Jupiter, and just in the north equatorial band, you can see a little white dot, and that's Io. And shortly we'll see the shadow of Io hit the planet. So I'm going to work on the focus a little bit. Everybody be cool. And if anyone wants to get on here and talk with us, you're welcome to. You have to put your email on the Facebook post or your Google Plus. You can call me on Google Plus, and that'll get you in, I believe. And that's what we're doing tonight. So let me work on the focus a little bit. Yeah, I know. I'm as out as far as I could go, so I had to extend the barrel a little bit to get some more room. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Yeah. This is a point grey grasshopper 0.3 megapixel camera, supposedly color camera, viewing through the downtown Atlanta skies, midtown Atlanta, and
Still twilight.
we are using a 4x Barlow during the twilight, as Kevin pointed out. And when it gets dark, I've had my 2.5x power mate stuck into my 4x power mate on Jupiter many times. And I'll probably try to do that.
That's in the spree.
Hmm.
Is that the spree? 6 inches?
Yeah, 6 inches spree.
Wait with that.
Yep.
What is that about? 320 meg?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Way too much for reality. Hey, Jasper. Jasper, Kevin, Catherine, and Ben. This is my buddy Jasper Cameron. And we're looking at Jupiter, and this is the moon Europa, and it's about to cross in front of the planet. And as the skies get darker, it'll be a lot better image. But you've seen it before. There's already one moon in front of the planet. It's hard to see right now, but there's two moons that are gonna pass in front of the planet, and they'll cast these black shadows onto the surface of the planet in a minute, and then go and watch the moons cross in front. So we're that's what we're doing out here. Yeah, yeah.
So how often do they do that? They used to.
About every 2 weeks, according to Jupiter JavaScript, you at least get a double transit.
I was reading longitudes on Neil Armstrong, and he said back in the day the captains used to reset their chronometers to the moons
Oh,
around Jupiter because it was the most accurate way of timekeeping back in that age.
I did not know that. That's why you need to be narrating. Start talking.
Did you need to get out, Tim? Okay, man. It's really hard when there's nobody talking back to you. You know, it's kind of broadcasting in the blind
I know.
for posterity. So here we are in Steve Ramsden's driveway
He's going back out.
in Midtown Atlanta, looking at Jupiter through one of his amazing telescopes. He just hauls it out of the driveway, sets it up, and provides this live view for the world to tune in on Facebook. He's adjusting the brightness on the camera. It's still twilight here. This time of year, it doesn't reach astronomical darkness till about 10 o'clock. So we still have a lot of blue in the sky, which is affecting the color and the contrast. Actually, we have a neighbor who's going to be driving gingerly around.
Way good on this side.
I don't even want to try to imagine how much money is invested in this rig. We've got two high-quality 6-inch refractors on an astrophysics, one-of-a-kind astrophysics mount, a 1200. So far, so good. So what we're looking at, if you look at the upper bands, in the middle, there's an upper brown band, and there's a little white dot towards the left. And that would be the moon, Io. It's a moon of Jupiter. And off to the left in the blackness of it is Europa. And both of those moons are going to transit across shortly. The surface, they'll come between us and the surface of Jupiter, and they'll cast a shadow from the sun because Jupiter is in opposition.
What's that going to be?
Probably either industrial design or sound design.
Sound design.
Yeah. Amateur musician.
Oops.
That's great. So you're going to do a lot of growing up here in the next 4 years. Turn into a
Oh,
beautiful
I looked it up and I am correct. So that's Io that's already over the surface. Between the surface and us, I should say. Moons are always over the surface because they orbit planet Jupiter. And to the left, there's another white dot called Europa.
Generation orbit. They launch these little atmospheric rockets from America.
Yeah, your dad was telling me about it earlier today when he stopped by.
Oh, awesome.
It's pretty cool. You know, I'm a retired air traffic controller.
Oops.
We had a lot of strange flights coming through the airspace, routinely either testing stuff, radiation, rocket stuff.
So how many moons does Jupiter have? I think Saturn has 64, right? And Jupiter,
What they teach
last
you
count,
is 95. I would say more like rings. Rings way out there.
yeah. Well, I guess at some point they have to kind of, what is it, a chunk of ice or is it a moon?
But outside of the rings, there's probably still a decent amount of asteroids that haven't been charted or something.
You see how much
I don't know if I'm still transmitting. I think I am because I'm up there. Okay. So Jupiter's the fifth planet from the sun. It's the largest planet in our solar system. It actually has a stronger magnetosphere than the sun, meaning that the magnetic fields are stronger. And because the magnetic fields are stronger, the radiation around Jupiter is horrendous. So when they have to fly spacecraft nearby, this last pass of Jupiter, they have to bring the spacecraft in under the radiation belts, which was kind of a pretty interesting feat of engineering.
I'd like to look at it visually. All right, so everybody, come over here real quick. Get together behind me.
Here, you want the microphone?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So you guys put your faces right here. Okay. Okay, so here we are.
To the world of Google.
Okay, so here we are in Atlanta. Stephen Ramsden, Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. Big Ben Snedden, Catherine Snedden, the lovely and talented Catherine, and great Father of the Year, Kevin Snedden.
Oh, yeah, right.
Lean down, we can't see your face. There you are.
My head might blind your audience.
I think if mine doesn't, you'll be all right. But there they are. So we'll go back to Jupiter now.
Yeah, you lucked out on the weather tonight.
Yeah, I wish the seeing would improve a little. I was bragging about my mount earlier, and this is the first time it's ever tracked that sloppily.
Well, if you don't have a polar alignment, it's.
I never have a polar alignment. I just throw it out here and get it somewhere close, and it usually tracks perfectly. I've never set up in this particular spot, though, and I think it's not quite level. But that's all right. So I'm kind of wishing the seeing was a little better.
I was tempted to set up in my driveway with my little 5-inch.
Maybe we should go ahead and take some
But
movies.
I didn't have a filter to look through oak trees.
I hear you. Yeah, this software is really cool. So if you hang around, I understand if you can't, but if you do, Saturn should be rising above that corner over there. That's why I'm set up right here, because Saturn should barely clip the top of that house here shortly.
I'll be seeing a shadow.
I don't know. This software shows you when the shadow hits.
Oh, okay, cool.
Supposedly. But it's tough because in order to see the surface better, you have to cut out the moon. And it's just that the seeing is not very good. But that's all right. Everybody always complains, but you know, we're sitting here looking at Jupiter from a home telescope. I'm pretty happy with it.
That's pretty insane magnification for a downtown area.
Look at all that rippling. It's almost like Arizona.
So what causes that rippling, Ben? You're onto something there.
There's air going by, I guess, in the atmosphere.
Close. So you get these.
You ever tried to read a book in the swimming pool under the water?
I can't say that I have.
Give it a try, and then you'll know.
So if you think of columns of air going straight up, they're changing size because they're changing density. It's kind of like the swimming pool, top of the swimming pool. So you literally have differences in density, and they are moving. So it looks like it's like looking through being in the bottom of the swimming pool.
This is 300,000 feet of water vapor above you too. So, of varying densities. This is not quite as impressive as I was hoping it was going to be, but it's still better than sitting inside.
That would make a hell of a still, though. Capture about 3,000 frames of that. That would be totally usable.
Yeah, I just took 3,000. Maybe we need to zoom in some more. It's really bouncing around good though.
Fire capture.
No.
It'll actually move the like your circle. It'll move the disc as it travels across your sensor.
Oh really?
Keep it stationary.
Oh.
When it's recording, when it writes the file, which is great in seeing stuff because it doesn't bounce around.
So it aligns as it records.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
Let's see what we could maybe do.
But it's Windows software.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't do Windows. Okay.
Ben wanted some practice driving. So.
He did good. He didn't hit the telescope or anything. I appreciate that.
Yes.
So that's the difference between no gain and just exposure time, or lots of gain or brightness. You know, it's a lot noisier this way, of course, or a mix of the two.
I think the longer exposure, seeing will affect the sharpness. It's all a trade-off.
Don't I know it? Let's see. Might take some frames there. They probably can't see this on the internet, but we can still see the moon. What's I don't think so.
Moved.
It is bouncing around good, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah, that looks good. I'd love to have that on my sensor. I'd record that all night long. I think I see a shot. No, that can't be it.
Are you excited beyond all recognition now? You're losing your mind with astronomical glee.
I'm excited. I just.
She's just hanging out.
Yeah.
I like that.
When I will be out of my mind with astronomical glee, go to see the eclipse.
There you go.
Yeah. Just remember, always rain.
Yeah.
I don't want to set your expectations up there. I didn't charter a jet.
Yeah. Well,
It'll be
is, like,
partly cloudy or better, I guarantee. You're going to love it. It's going to be awesome.
yeah, we're traveling to where we can see like near totality, if not totality.
Yeah, you'll be seeing totality for sure. You may not be on the exact center line, but you'll be in the path of totality. I know your dad would have nothing less. Yeah. Yeah. This is how bad the skies are here. You can barely see this laser pointer. This is a 5 milliwatt laser pointer. You know, out at Charlie Elliott, this thing would be blinding people.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I saw that picture I did Saturday. That was the only
Oh,
story
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw.
yeah.
Like 30 seconds later, it closed out.
Yeah, I saw that. I would have been there. I'd have been out there with you.
Well, we're having a meeting, and it's rain is pounding on the roof of the clubhouse.
Oh, yeah. Are they keeping up the field out there? The house, the pad and all that I bought? Partially. Is Side and Top still running things?
No, he's backed off. He's doing. He's the coordinator for. He's the talent coordinator, I guess.
Talent coordinator.
Presentations. Somehow talks professors to come out and give lectures to us.
Yeah, yeah. I like that club. I had a good time there. Nobody's invited me back to lecture, but I enjoyed it. I send people out there all the time. I've sent at least 100 people that I thought were serious about it out there to your meetings. It's the best. Well, I don't know. Flint River Astronomy Club is pretty dang good,
Yeah.
but I like the Charlie Elliott Club a lot too.
Yeah, I worked with a guy that's in the Flint River Club. Andy Haslam.
Yeah, yeah. They're the only astronomy club in America that sponsors the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project.
No kidding.
In the world, actually.
You should be able to kick in a little bit.
Yeah, you should, shouldn't you?
I've been so far out of it. Michael Shaw is the director.
Oh, the club?
Yeah, Tim Guy passed that on. I think they're trying to limit it to like a year or so.
Yeah, I wish there was something more exciting to show you, man. But
This is exciting. It's a cultural thing to expect something to happen every 5 seconds.
yeah, I'm happy with it. But I'm not happy with the tracking.
Okay, that's enough nudging around with the laser pointer. We're going to put it here for safety reasons.
Yeah, good. I saw you shining through my neighbor's window. That wasn't a good idea.
Even worse idea than shining at your sister's eyes.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, I see. Yeah, just don't point it where the guy in the airplane thinks you're pointing it at him.
Whatever you do, don't ever smoke. You'll be fat and ugly like me.
Oh, you gonna do a 2X?
Yeah. Are you going to Decatur High School next year? This year?
She's gonna be a freshman. He's gonna be a senior.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think both of our stock responses are don't remind me.
Yeah, they didn't invite me back after that first time I went out there last time. I thought they maybe didn't like me anymore.
Oh, I think they've had two principals since then.
Oh.
I'm sure they don't even have any institutional memory of it. Of course, that area is just a big construction zone right now.
Oh, really?
The whole school's under construction.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they could construct something next year other than the trailers.
I need more. That one night I was out here when the scene was really calm. I had this setup going and it was wonderful, man. I couldn't believe it. Got some dust bunnies going on there. Let me crank up the exposure real high.
Yeah, I can't see.
Yeah, you really can barely see the other moon. Either from the crappy seeing or I don't know.
I think you're way up against the Dawes limit there.
I would agree. See all the hot pixels in the camera. All right, you wanna swap us back to just the 4X? You know, I've got a 5X Barlow in here. Maybe I should try that.
Take the 4X out.
Yeah, let me find it. I've got a 2X, a 3X, a 5X. All right, we're switching over to a Explorer Scientific 5X Barlow now. See what that looks like. I'm guessing it's going to look terrible, but oh, you still got the other Barlow in there?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I think we knocked it out of the field of view.
I'm not surprised.
Probably out. Just come all the way out. Is that all the way out? Yeah. All right. It's in the center. It needs to come out more. So extend out the Barlow. Pull it out. Yeah. And then pull the camera snout out some too. That's good. Just tighten that down and go back in a little bit. Oh, a little bit more. You just. I need more than that. A lot more. All right. It'll lock. Just pull it out some more. get it back in the field of view. And this is driving you crazy doing all this slap shot astronomy, isn't it?
That's fun.
I don't get too worried about doing
Had
the.
an observatory and just did it all remotely. What fun would that be?
Yeah.
You turn the camera a little.
Now I'm just gonna bring the exposure down and see if we.
You rotate to the left.
Maybe. I don't know what direction. The other way.
Yeah, the left.
A little bit more. All right. So it's a 5x Barlow. Kevin's trying to focus it now, which is about impossible. Let's turn the gamma down and see if we can get a better idea of focus.
Oops. There's some hysteresis on that.
Yeah, our seeing conditions are just not very good, are they?
Boy, it's touching. Thing going through it.
That's about it. Where's the shadow is what I want to know. I believe we got Saturn right there. You can't see it from where you are, but it's just outside of the tree leaf. All right, I think we ought to go back to the 4X power mate. What do you think? Everybody stand by, viewers. Just pull it out as far out as you can get it. There you go. It's good. Yeah. And then let's see. Yeah, we need some more. I need some more. Somehow I'm supposed to get some more space out of it. Good. I wish I had that much energy. I feel like I'm being gypped with the shadow here.
Yeah, so Sky Safari doesn't show the shadow. Definitely should have a shadow.
Yeah. Well, that's where it is. Well, wait a minute. Oh, it's yeah. This is a little off, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what Sky Safari is saying.
So that's the shadow it's showing.
No, it's not showing a shadow.
Okay, but so that little spot behind it is not a shadow. That's just a storm. All right. All right. Well, I'm hoping the shadows will save us when we see them because they'll be nice and black. We'll see. I'm going fishing.
When is that position?
I think we passed that, didn't we? Or maybe was it Saturn that was in opposition last week? Saturn's at opposition now. I think since the sun's right there, to be at opposition, it would need to be over there somewhere, right? Jupiter.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's way past that.
Yeah.
So the shadow could be way
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's slanted pretty
an
far.
hour away or so. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so we'll wait around some more and see.
That's pretty cool. So you got a 5-inch and a 6-inch.
Yeah. Oh no, they're both 6 inches. Skywatcher Esprit and the brand name that shall not be named, 6-inch H alpha scope. Yeah, this is nowhere close to how beautiful it was the last time I shot Jupiter from the driveway. I don't know, but that night was just super, super, super quiet or calm.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
Get up at 6 a.m.
Oh, you poor thing. I gotta get up at 3:30 and go fishing, leaving at 4.
Somehow that doesn't sound as bad. I'm sure you'll be really tired, but it's still not as bad.
With Ben Jenkins, spectroscopy expert Ben Jenkins.
I tried that big mud out on some birds.
Yeah, did it work?
Well, I had no skills. I mean, I just went out in the front yard and there was some pigeons on the wire.
Did the autofocus work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a tripod for it. I have a ball head on a tripod.
Oh yeah, well you're not gonna have a lot of luck then. At 500 millimeters, it's tough to get a solid shot without a tripod. I haven't tried it yet, but I got it fixed at a real reputable place. So hopefully it's back to factory specs. Have a seat, man. Take a load off. I'm gonna. Yeah, I got to stand up, stretch the back a little bit. There's a really beautiful Big Dipper there, huh? Oh, yeah. You see all of it. Yeah. There's the North Star. See that, Catherine? Big Dipper right here. Polaris. Polaris. My bad. Polaris is right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm off a little bit. I'm not even pointed anywhere close to it. Milky Way is right here. If you could see the Milky Way, it would be right here. And that's Saturn, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Ophiuchus. Where Saturn is these days. Ophiuchus. Is that how you say it? Ophiuchus?
You got me.
It's a part of the anatomy that ejects phlegm from some other part of the anatomy.
Yeah, the moon, Europa is getting closer and closer to the edge. Those of you that are watching, I appreciate you tuning in. We're trying to make it as exciting as possible. There we go. We should have a shadow any minute now from Io, which is right around here. Europa's right here. Yeah. Ophiuchus. All right, let's do another recording. Yep. Arcturus. Pretty exciting. It's a whole lot better than sitting inside watching Real Housewives of Los Angeles. You want to sit over here for a minute? Whatever you want to do. Okay.
All right. While Steven takes a break, this is Kevin. We are checking out Jupiter over Atlanta right now. Got a magnification going of probably 320, I'm going to guess. We have Io almost halfway across the disk is the moon Io. We can't see it in this image. And Europa is off to the left. They're both transiting Jupiter in the next hour or so. And not seeing a shadow yet. We should see the shadow any minute, really. I'm expecting the shadow from Io to start showing up on the left side of the planet. I'm going to take a guess as to which way. Whoops. And we're going to move that up, up, up. There we go. Maybe I'll play with the focus a little bit while Steven's not here to stop me. The seeing is what you would expect over a major city, and the light pollution is pretty horrible. That was definitely too far. Just as I spoke, the neighbor's floodlight came on. So we're going back, I think, where it was.
Catherine and Ben.
Hey, George. Nice to meet you. I messed with the focus. I think I got it back where it was. We got Europa is just about touching the disk.
Europa, just about to cross the disk. Io is in the center right here. It's kind of hard to see, but we're waiting for the shadow of the sun to hit the disk. From Io, there'll be a black circle. So two moons are passing in front of Jupiter is what's happening.
Why does it look like it has a heartbeat?
Because the air is wobbling a lot because it's so hot. It's like looking down a highway in the summer, and you see the heat waves coming up.
So it's the best time to look at the stars.
But sometimes you get good seeing.
So there's like a simulation. So we got Io almost in the center now. Europa's over there. And because the sun is way over, the sun is set, so it's kind of way to the right. We think the shadow from Io should start any second.
So we're really zoomed in a little too much for the seeing conditions, so it's a little blurry. But we're waiting for the shadows to show up on the surface. So a cool nerdy event.
Can you just program that and it will find what you're looking for? Yeah. Or is that
Supposedly, depends on how well you align it with bouncing. Set it up. It'll get pretty close to what you're looking for. If you have it set up in an observatory where you refine the position, then it'll go exactly to it. But since I'm wheeling it out every now and then, I'm using it.
So Europa is now touching the limb.
That's Saturn.
Did you try the 2x? Did we try? Yeah, we did do that. Just the 2x, right?
The 2x, just a 4x and a 5 or 2.5x.
Yeah,
I haven't used it by itself.
that'd be too small, I guess.
Georgia. Billion watt LED lights over here. Yeah, if you block that out, see that's a big difference. These two stars always point to the star.
I just read some backpacker magazine. Someplace in Utah, everybody goes there to see the most stars.
Grand Canyon, Utah area.
Yeah, we were just there 2 weeks ago.
Utah?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, we went up to Zion National Forest, and then we went to Bryce Canyon. Unfortunately, there was thunderstorms when we were in Bryce. I wanted to get some sky, to do some nighttime photography, but it was not to be. And then we went to the Grand Canyon. That was beautiful there.
See ya. Sure you don't want my light? I mean, I guess.
I still don't see a shadow yet.
Let's go look at Saturn.
Well, here, I'll take you. I'm gonna get it sold. I'll turn that light off and then do Saturn.
All right, Steven's gonna wheel the rig over. Oh, let's put this stuff over here.
Let's go Saturn. Oh, it's gonna do it completely.
Yeah. Are we clear here?
I'm worried about the corridor, so I think
Yep.
I noticed you brought a water bottle with you.
Sure. Oh, you need to get in the car. Here you go.
I got the power rates. Cold.
Sure.
I got 60 of them in my garage.
Door has been locked.
Oh, okay. I'm nervous about putting these up here. Is there a
You can just drop them in that case.
okay? Just don't want that. I always use the phrase pre-fallen. Things don't break if they've already fallen, right? On purpose.
So what are you looking at now?
He's gonna get Saturn in the crosshairs without a finder.
I don't know which one is Saturn. So maybe see anything.
It'll be the low one. Nothing yet. Shout out if you see a planet show up. I think you're low. Uh-huh. Well, I think the plane went under it though, didn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. I see stars. Oh, okay. They don't move. This is the histogram here. So if you see something show up in the middle, like a hump,
Planet.
well, it would be a light source.
Oh yeah.
Nothing yet. Nope.
Nothing but yeah.
Boy.
Mm. I think you're way low. I'm just sighting on those two things. Yeah. Anything?
Nope.
No. Hmm. Pull the camera out. Oh, I'll put them down here. Hold on. What eyepiece do you want? This guy? Oh.
Well, don't take away from what you're
We're already there. Now we're just trying to find it. There it is. Really close. That 4X, man.
You got to be on it. Yeah.
Like a star.
Saturn's still pretty low, I think, isn't it?
Get out your fancy apps.
Fancy app. Where would that be without this thing?
Wondering why the mount was so far off.
Saturn is about 20, almost 23 degrees up. Well, I think that rooftop is maybe 30.
Yeah. I was wondering why it kept looked so far off. But it's not exactly.
I think you're looking at,
Behind that house.
you're probably looking at Antares.
Saturn's behind that house over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to neither one right now because the camera's so great.
Here's the camera.
Still narrating?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been narrating. Giving it blow by blow. Sorry, folks. We don't have video feed at the moment. We are going back to Jupiter. We thought Saturn was clearing some obstacles, but we're going to look at Jupiter again. Maybe we could pick up the shadow of Io. I think we're getting a little tangled there. And it's on the other side of the meridian, so we're going to do a little meridian flip with this huge honking mount in the middle of a suburban driveway. It's not suburban, it's urban. We're pretty close to the center of Atlanta. But Stephen Ramsden, our host, is got some amazing equipment and some amazing experience and shares it with you on choice nights when there's some activity happening in the skies, like this transit of Jupiter's moons, Io and Europa, two of the Galilean moons. When Galileo looked through his telescope at the planet Jupiter and saw the four moons that he named, he saw a model for how our world probably revolves around the sun.
Ben, you tell me what you see. You see anything off the surface? Focus is over here.
So there's a times 10. Yeah, you got it. So we're trying to visually see if we can see the shadow of Io on the surface of Jupiter. You can't see anything, Ben?
No.
Oh.
I just can't say that I see IO. Where's it supposed to
It would be like on the left.
be? Upper left?
Yeah.
I think I might have.
Let's try the cameras.
All right.
Like upper left, just above those dark bands. A little bit of
Maybe.
shadow.
Yeah, maybe. It's needs to move. You want to steer it? There you go. So it was down here. Okay. Ah. Do we need to pull it out some?
See Io up there a little bit.
Well, I think that's Europa there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually pretty visible. Europa being a larger moon.
Oh yeah. If you know where to look, it's it's definitely there. That little bump there, that's Europa.
Io is somewhere in this.
Yeah. Io is just right of dead center at the moment. Zero watching now. Oops. I drove him away with my mad skills, my DJ skills. or some copyrighted music or something. We need Physics Girl to come narrate this. I'd be excited to have that in my sensor. I'd be recording the hell out of that, taking it home and making still images from it like you wouldn't believe.
So how exactly does the atmospheric rippling thing work? You mentioned like the different layers of air density.
Right, so they diffract the air differently because of the differences in density. So we're seeing that.
Water diffracts or jams the light as it passes through it. The water is pretty consistent basically in glass. Just imagine if you have a glass of water and there's density change every millimeter, higher or lower density, you can bend the light up and down like this constantly. So what you got going on up here is water vapor. The atmosphere, air masses blowing by, air rising or falling because of temperature. So the air in front of Jupiter is constantly changing density. It's refracting the light, bending it all different
Mm-hmm.
ways. And that causes it to do this. It also causes the fields to focus.
So
the diffraction, the angle of diffraction. It's
The fact that Jupiter's
none of ours.
yeah, we're looking through our atmosphere. It's like another lens.
But the light is not passing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's our atmosphere. So there's four things that can happen. Light hits our atmosphere. Reflection, refraction, diffraction, absorption. That's the only possible light can do.
So there it is. The planet Jupiter with two of its Galilean moons in front of it between us and Jupiter. Europa is somewhat visible as a little white blip in the upper left side. Io is pretty much in the middle, almost just to the right of the center. And we're not seeing any shadows yet from them, from either of them on the surface. That will probably come later. No, I don't think you have it upside down. Hmm. Because we saw the moons go in from there. So I think you got it right. cool.
Power right there.
Well, that's fast. Oh, now I don't. Oh, there. Every once in a while, I can still see Europa. So we're not having good luck with the atmosphere today. I think I went too far there with the focus. That's about where we were to start with. That is a touchy. That's about the best focus I can get on that. I think I'm seeing a shadow. You see a round shadow on the left limb? Yeah, this it's called a limb. The edge, the difference between the planet's disk. Do you see a little black tint? Good, I see it too. Oh yeah, I definitely see it now. Yeah, that's what Ben? Yep. That actually doesn't prove that I'm not going crazy. If you think about it. Yes. Oh no, I wasn't recording anything. Is it 6? Yeah. Well, I think they all rotate at different speeds.
Yeah. Well, I know Jupiter
Anybody else want to take over?
rotates every 6 months, but it's center back. But there's 2 moons in front of the planet, and the sun is way down here, shining at it.
You can't
So
look
the
through
shadows
the
are kind of
cameras.
that way. So the shadow is just hitting the edge of the planet, even though the moon is almost past the planet. So, what's it, 6 billion miles away?
I can say.
How far away is Jupiter? So the sunlight is shining.
5.2, 778 million kilometers away. 484 million miles away.
It's going half a billion miles out, half a billion miles back into my telescope, that camera sensor. That's sunlight. Jupiter doesn't emit its own light. Yep. You're seeing a shadow cast by sunlight 5 times further away than we are. So,
But look how bright it looks. It's
yeah.
like a star in the sky right now.
And that's sunlight that you're seeing. About an hour and a half round trip from the sun to Jupiter to our eyes.
Fun fact about Jupiter, it actually glows red. It emits more infrared energy than it absorbs from the sun.
Really?
So,
Got a hot core still.
it's like a little miniature sun that didn't ignite.
Had it been more hydrogen there, formed a second star. See, most stars are pairs, triplets, binary pairs.
Oh, really?
It's somewhat unusual to have a single star.
That's
It turns turns into a star.
Yeah,
The aliens light it up.
yeah, same as Check is the diamond core, which has been compressing inside of it for a million years, which part of it landed on, I think, Ganymede. Yeah, it was Ganymede.
Yes.
Um,
Like,
and part of it landed on Europa. And then they
Maybe
turned it into a
magnified,
star,
also
so that
magnified.
later became called Lucifer.
Why would they name a star Lucifer?
Because it,
I guess they don't like it.
Oh.
They really don't like it.
Like, how far gone would humanity go that all the governments say that seems like a good name? I'll vote for that.
well, there was no more night on Earth, so maybe they.
Do with my solar camera.
Some artistic
Six
reasons.
megapixel compressor. One of them's already roughly several days. Trying to get them serviced.
My gosh.
See you, George.
Hi, George.
I
It was
have
nice
more
to meet you.
exciting to show you, man.
Oh, there's the shadow now.
One thing I
It's
missed last
completely
year is that
into the disc.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually,
Now you think that's Europa's shadow or Iowa's shadow?
Io's. Because Io's way over there, so we'll see Europa's shadow in about 2 more hours.
Hey, that's Io's shadow?
Yeah.
I thought Io was over on the right.
It is.
Yeah,
but the sun is way to the right. So it's a pretty strong angle.
Yeah, so if this is the surface of Jupiter, and this is the orbit,
I really want to stay here for a couple more hours.
this is Io, right? And you're looking this way, and the sun is right there.
Sun is a different
The sun is a deadly laser, yeah. Then the shadow of Io is going to be way over here, right? So as it goes around, the shadow.
That makes sense. It's like knowing where your own shadow is.
The solar system is the ultimate clock. It's 10:30.
Yeah, you gotta go.
These guys dead.
Well, I'm elated that someone actually showed up in my driveway. For an astronomy event. I think it might be maybe the second or third people in 10 years that are ever done any astronomy.
Well, I appreciate you do this stuff. I'd
Yeah,
watch
it's
it
really cool.
from time to time. Tune in there and see stuff like this. I
Are
like
you
it.
doing this on YouTube?
Yeah.
What's your channel?
Stephen Ramsey.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you turn our TV on, it's already logged in. He's on subscriptions.
You can also see my live bird feeder cam. In the backyard, I have 2 4K webcams in my backyard that are one's very close to the feeder where the seed is, and one's wide field.
So we can watch the squirrels.
Yeah, squirrels and sometimes birds.
Yeah, we filled our bird feeder up a couple weeks ago, and now it's almost completely empty.
Yeah, I fill mine up about every day. So
Where is this?
big group of doves, starlings, sparrows. They come by, cardinals.
Yeah, with us,
Clean me out every day.
it's a big fat squirrel that like sticks half of his body into the bird
Yeah.
feeder.
On my webcam, you can see the squirrels get right next to it, maybe just far from the camera, and you can see really close up in there, chewing on the nut and all that.
He's got jalapeno bird.
It's supposed to keep the squirrels away, but they've gotten used to it.
The squirrels like
Yeah,
it.
we had this giant squirrel that was digging into it, and I ran out and tried to scare it off. Get some loud noise in the face.
Well, the squirrels got to eat too, man.
Got back down.
I don't mind. The squirrels got to eat.
So you notice where the telescopes are pointing now compared to where they're pointing when we got here.
Like over there.
Well, more closer to the top of that tree.
As soon as I started the broadcast, they were right behind the tip of that tree. Yeah, I'm probably going to go around to the side. Yes, that'll probably be 12:30.
I gotta get these guys to bed. I gotta get myself to bed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Another exciting night over here.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I don't, I'm the nerdiest guy in my neighborhood. It's nice to have the nerdiest guys in your neighborhood come over.
We're the nerds.
Yeah, you're in good company here.
I tried to teach them to embrace nerdiness.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shadow's looking good, man. Good now.
Did you get some recordings of that?
I'm about to. I can actually increase this really big. I don't know why I didn't do that.
You can see the shadow very well there.
Yeah. With a little bit of Photoshop magic, I'll have it nice and circular.
Oh yeah,
You'll see the mountains on Europa by the time we get down.
through stacking Regis. I think it's Registats does a really good job of planets.
Yeah, this software has built-in stacking, and I don't do too much of it. I'm not nearly as good at it as you are, but the kids take all the images and I just run them all through this automated stacking program.
Yeah,
When I get done, and put some color on them, and that's it.
I would love to learn them Jupos. Those guys that do the Jupiter imaging, they unrotate it.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah. That's what Damien uses. Damien Peach. That's how he makes his rotating globes. Just like the stills that he puts together around the globe.
Mounts it in animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some amazing stuff.
Yep. I guess it could be worse, but
And he's an amateur. He's not.
Damien, yeah, he's the first person to tell you he's an amateur.
He's not paid by. Well, he might be now.
He gets money for teaching classes. He has a DVD that he sells to. He's the best imager on Earth by far, in my opinion. The government should just pay him to be alive.
Oh yeah, his website is like a treasure trove. Planetary.
Yeah, I'm just glad he hasn't gotten into solar imaging.
Yeah, one of these days I might get a hydrogen alpha telescope. The sun's more available.
Well,
town.
don't forget to choose a Coronado Double Stack 90
Okay,
Hydrogen Alpha Solar Telescope, the best in the business.
I will. I hear they are the best.
Put that on a Celestron mount, and you will be in business. Don't forget your Skywatcher refractor.
I only have Celestron mounts,
That's good.
which is true. I only have 2 Celestron mounts.
All right, hit the road. Don't stay up all night. See you guys later, man. I'd shake your hand, but I got a hurt finger. Bye, Catherine. Thanks for coming over. My pleasure, Ben. If I can help you out, man, with your internships or something else that comes up, you let me know. Referral letters. I look good on paper. I got a good letterhead. Okay. If you need some supplies for the eclipse, just tell me, and you got them. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to throw a party for your friends for the eclipse, I'll give you all the supplies you need. All right. Don't hit my scopes on the way out. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Ben ought to back up. I've seen you drive. Bye. Yeah, the seeing is really bad. Okay, so it's me again, alone in the driveway. Everybody's gone. We had quite a party there for a minute. And this is Stephen Ramsden, the director of the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. We are watching the planet Jupiter from my driveway in Atlanta. The moon Io just transited the entire planet, and it's almost to the right edge. The moon Europa is just a little bit towards mid-left center. And that black dot you see on the northern equatorial belt, that is the shadow of Io. the sun is at a very steep angle, so Io's shadow is just hitting the left side of Jupiter, even though Io itself is about to come off the right side of Jupiter. There we go. And if anybody calls me on Google Plus, you can join the call. I'm not exactly sure how that happens, but I can turn on the chat over here if anybody's trying to chat. Maybe. Let's see. I figure out how to do that. I'm not the world's best Google Live person. Rob Black's my Google Live person. He's not here. So you're good. Now cut it right. All right, very good. Here we are, downtown Atlanta. Stephen Ramsden saying hello. And this is the kind of light pollution we're dealing with here. It says I can invite people. Okay, I'm going to paste what I think is the link to join the call on my Facebook page. Anybody wants to? Okay. Oops. There we go. It's looking pretty good, I would say. Tracking is not exactly what I would like, but this is unguided, so you know, it is what it is. All right. Where'd my drink go? No, I had a Diet Coke out here somewhere. There it is. All right, we are watching a shadow transit. This is the shadow of Io. Hey, Jan Rummer. Hey, Anthony Norris. Oh, shoot. Huh. Okay. Anthony, I wish you had a headset and a Google Plus account so you could add the color commentary to this. Anthony's watching from Nicaragua via Mississippi. Won't be long before we get Saturn available for viewing. And I'll keep it going for maybe another hour until my wife tells me to come inside. The next thing that should happen is the shadow of Europa should join the shadow of Io. And remember, this is sunlight casting a shadow on a planet 450 million miles away from the sun. And you're seeing the reflection of that light, or the absence of the reflection in the shadow, another 400 miles back. So the light's traveling almost 1 billion miles from the sun before we see it. Pretty incredible to me that you can see anything this far away. And the government has not figured out a way to tax this yet, so it's all free still. I wonder if Io has gotten off the right edge of Jupiter yet. Should be pretty close. Nope. We'll see it in a minute, though, when it does. Coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia, the driveway of the headquarters of the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. Okay. See if we can get the focus any better. I doubt it. That's about it. We got some pretty crappy seeing conditions here, but it's still pretty cool to watch. Io and Europa transiting the planet Jupiter, and the shadow from the sun being cast upon the planet from Io right now. Still watching the shadow of Io cross the face of Jupiter. If we only had an ISS transit right now, we could get an APOD for this. I see some clouds are starting to build in the sky now. Yeah, the seeing is getting worse and worse as Jupiter sets over towards the skyline of Atlanta. And we're getting all the city glow interfering with the light. It's impossible to get a clear focus now, but it still looks pretty cool. That black spot is the shadow of the moon Io being cast by the sun onto the face of Jupiter. There's a little cloud in front of Jupiter now. I'm gonna see if I can get it any brighter. Yeah, that cloud will pass by in just a second, so don't worry. All right. There we go. Back to clear skies. Looks like the shadow of Io is just about at the halfway point across the disk of Jupiter. I might be wrong, but it looks like the seeing has improved significantly as well, which is a good sign. Maybe this helicopter will fly right in front of Jupiter. Thank you, sir. Huh? Yeah, well, what we're looking at now is it's a little bit blurry. That little black spot is the shadow of this audio. So a lot of our lights won't go off. Some of you, but what it does is, your eyes get close to 90%. Yeah, you can't see about 6 seconds.
that why they call it the North Star? Whenever you like, you see that stuff, you go towards that stuff. What's that right there? That is a star called Spike. Big bright one right there? This thing.
All right.
All right. Keep it under 50, back it down, man. I try.
Okay, so we're back. It looks like we've got the moon Io coming off the right edge of Jupiter now, and you can see its shadow on the face of Jupiter. And the moon Europa is still somewhere on the disk, and you should see its shadow pretty soon. Saturn is just coming out of the tree limbs now, so shortly we should be able to tune over to Saturn, show you the rings, beautiful planet, and then that'll be it for the broadcast. It says that Europa is, the internet says that Europa is just above the shadow for Io, and that its shadow should be showing up any second. Well, 2 hours from now, actually. I will not be waiting that long. The sun is at a really steep angle, so the shadows are way, way, way far behind the moon. So right now you're seeing Io leaving the eastern limb of Jupiter, and the shadow for Io is right there in the center of Jupiter. And the moon Europa is just above that shadow, and its shadow hasn't hit the face of Jupiter yet. So pretty amazing stuff. Yeah, that's really cool. Reflected sunlight from almost a billion-mile round trip through the solar system. The sissy astronomy is pretty cool. All right, so why don't we go try to check out Saturn real quick. Everybody hang on, and I'll try to see if I can get Saturn in here. All right, stand by. Saturn's giving me a little trouble, but we will find it. Everybody hang tight. There it is right there. There it is. Okay, there we go. There's Saturn. Pretty incredible, if you ask me. And you did ask me. All right, I'm going to take some pictures. Shit. All right. Damien Peach, eat your heart out. You can see the Cassini division. See the shadow of the top of the planet on the top of the rings there. It's pretty incredible for downtown Atlanta. This is the beautiful ring planet Saturn, number 6 in the solar system in distance from the sun. Looks kind of like an eyeball. This is coming to you live from Atlanta. This is Stephen Ramsden, the director of the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project. We're looking at reflected sunlight coming from the planet Saturn. About a 2 billion mile round trip, light from the sun to our eyes. Hello? Yeah. Yep. And now we're looking at Saturn. And I'm going to wrap it up here shortly. And then go to sleep and then get back up. Okay. I love you too. I'll make it quick, but I gotta open the garage door to put everything back in. Okay. Bye. That was the wife telling me that time to wrap it up. Look, man, that's just cool. I don't care who you are. That is really cool. Hello. Okay, I'll open it now. Okay, I'll just come in now. You're a fucking bitch. Okay, so the wife has concluded the broadcast for the night. She says, come back in. It's too late for you to be outside. So I appreciate everybody watching. And that's the end of that. So good night, and thanks for tuning in live from Atlanta with the Charlie Bates Solar Astronomy Project.